Um, all right. Chris will always be the bunny in our eyes. A couple of items for you while we are wrapping up the week. As you know, the administration submitted to Congress President Biden's discretionary funding request for fiscal year 2022. I know we did a call this morning, but just to give you all a little bit more from here. As Congress prepares to begin the annual appropriations process, the request lays out the President's discretionary funding recommendations across a wide range of policy areas and outlines a strategy for reinvesting in the foundations of our country's resilience and strength. The request, which represents only one element of the administration's broader agenda, includes major investments, proposed investments, I should say, in K through 12 education, cutting-edge medical research, housing, civil rights, and a range of other priorities that are vital to our future. Later this spring, we will release the President's full budget, which will present a unified, comprehensive plan to address the overlapping crises we face in a fiscally and economically responsible way, and that will also include a number of the proposals you've seen him introduce over the last, the big proposal he just introduced and other proposals that he will introduce between now and then. Our country is confronting historic crises, a pandemic, an economic downturn, climate change, and a reckoning on racial injustice. At the same time, we're also inheriting a legacy of chronic underinvestment, in our view, in priorities that are vital to our long-term success and our ability to confront the challenges before us. So the President is focused on reversing this trend and reinvesting in the foundations of our strength, and this process provides another opportunity to do that. And so the funding proposal is an indication of our priorities. You may have also noticed another flag flying above the White House today, in keeping with the President and the First Lady's commitment to honor the sacrifices of all those who serve, including veterans, their families, caregivers, and survivors. The President and First Lady have restored the POW MIA flag to its original location on top of the White House residence. In a true display of bipartisanship, Senators Hassan, Warren, and Cotton wrote to the President at the beginning of the administration requesting the POW MIA flag fly high above the residence. This follows passage of a bipartisan legislation in 2019 led by those same senators, which requires the flag to be displayed whenever the American flag flies on federal buildings. Today also happens to be National Former Prisoner of War Recognition Day, a day when we remember and honor those who were in captivity in service to our nation and recognize those who awaited their return. I have two more items. One of them is a week ahead. The Semiconductor Summit, of great interest to many of you, I know. On Monday afternoon, following President Biden's release of on Monday afternoon, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and NAC Director Brian Deese will host a virtual CEO summit on semiconductor and supply chain resilience to discuss both the American Jobs Plan as well as steps to strengthen the resilience of American supply chains for semiconductors and other key areas, something we discuss in here quite frequently. They will also be joined by Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo, who has been one of the leading voices in the administration. We provided a list to the pool of the attendees or the companies that will be represented at that, which you should all have, and if not, let us know and we will give it to you directly after the briefing. Finally, for the week ahead, the President will, of course, continue making the case in public and in meetings with members of Congress for the critical need to pass the American Jobs Plan, make historic investments in infrastructure. On Monday, he will meet with Democratic and Republican members of both the House and Senate to discuss the American Jobs Plan and the need for a bold, once-in-a-generation investment in America to put millions of people to work. I expect we will provide that list on Monday. Once attendees are confirmed, it will be bipartisan and bicameral, that meeting. As Speaker Pelosi's office announced earlier today, on Tuesday, the President will pay his respects in a congressional tribute for U.S. Capitol Police Officer William Evans as he lies in honor in the Capitol Rotunda. Later